Mono Red. Apparently that's been a popular draft deck in some of the Friday Night Magics people have been playing in.
I get 1-1.
Yep. So Wallamies had no tricks. Once Marlin finally committed to that damage, Wallamies declined to use the Shuriken that he could have used, but he would have had to give it away. And took one trample, the Watchword died, and Marlin got back his Shinin. Marlin does have a ninja, so handing in the Shuriken are obviously a dangerous play. Wallamies does get his token from Griffin County Super.
So, it's an interesting post. I mean, we've talked about it a little bit, but Psycho Lugia wants to know why we're following Eliso's progress, why we were following Eliso's progress so closely.
Go.
In the draft, he's just one of the 2 or 3 best players on the Pro Tour. I don't think you really got to see it in that draft, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But he's one of the 2 or 3 best players on the Pro Tour, hands down. And he was the early favorite for Player of the Year.
Yeah, he came to America and won an American Grand Prix. No Japanese player had ever even come to an American Grand Prix, much less won the thing.
It's like a real gunslinger swagger to
Absolutely.
it, too. The American players were trembling.
Yeah,
and he showed up in Seattle.
Yeah, Oiso walks in the room and everybody's like, damn it.
Paul Reitzel just threw his cards up in disgust, and he's like, damn it, this was my Grand Prix to win, and then these guys have to show up.
Well, Tsuyoshi Fujita has added Bounteous Kirin to his board up on the other table. He looks like he's in good shape to send this to Game 5. That could be fun. So to answer your question about YMG and the Hall of Fame, by the way, my take is that Darwin Castle's accomplishments are simply too good to ignore. I think that accomplishments have to count more than the other criterion. And when it's the Hall of Fame, you're really enshrining the people who've accomplished the most, who've won the most things. And I think Castle, you just cannot ignore. He's 3rd all time in pro points. He's in the top couple on the money list. He's 3rd all time in top 8s. He's got the win. I think his accomplishments are just too good to possibly ignore. So I have Castle locked on my ballot. I do think Dave Humphries is actually a more talented Magic player. Like when it comes to playing ability, I think the Hump is the best of the trio, and he's one of the guys that's in contention for my 5th spot for that reason. But he doesn't have any of the real intangibles in terms of contributions to the game, and he doesn't have the sort of the marquee finishes like the top 8s that Castle has. So I have Humphries as a maybe at this point.
But I mean, I've got it in Humphries' defense. I have to say, the guy's played in what I'm looking at is close to 50 Pro Tours, 47 Pro Tours.
Sure.
His median finish.
Last patron for Auntie Nalin, by the way.
His median finish is 52.
It's pretty good.
Out of 50 Pro Tours. That's better than top 64 in half his Pro Tours.
Yeah, but it's not that. I mean, the median finishes of this class, it's good, but it's the best of YMG. But it's not spectacular. It's not like it's best of class or anything. Well, let's see. Sort your spreadsheet by median finish. Patron of Nizumi plus Onaginata, by the way, could be big problems, but Wallamies has the answer.
No, that's not.
Is that Manamo's Meddling, right? Yeah, Manamo's Meddling. So, Wallamies answers calmly, and all of a sudden, Auntie Malin has no creatures in play. Between a Hankyu and a double block, he's out of stuff. He's just got a Onaginata plus nothing to put it on.
All right, so...
And Fujita did indeed win Game 4, so they're going to Game 5.
3 cards.
We will definitely bring you coverage of Game 5 between Tsuyoshi Fujita and Arnos Zhidek. Zhidek actually thought, was it Zhidek that thought these were 2 out of 3? Yeah, Zhidek thought it was 2 out of 3. When he won Game 2, he actually thought he was done. He thought he was through to the semis. And all of a sudden, Fujita has come back. Win Game 5 for all the marbles.
How crushing do you think
that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's got to be
and then
horrible.
having to play 2 more. Do you think he was thrown off his game by that?
I mean, I wasn't watching the game very closely. It looked like Fujita's draws were just really good. I mean, the game we watched, it was overwhelming intellect. There wasn't a whole lot Fujita could do. But when you pull it off, I mean, it's very situational.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a mulligan in your opening hand.
Exactly.
It doesn't do anything for turns and turns.
Speaking of gigantic monsters that Auntie Malin can put his own Naginata on, he now has a Gut Wrencher Oni too. Equips it and says go.
Yep.
Does Tomi Wallamies have an answer to a Gut Wrencher Oni?
Certainly can trade with Stampeding 0.
So he's at 5.
You take
He trades the
8.
0.
8 damage. You
Goes
heal
to
1.
1?
You can go to 1 here.
All
I
right.
guess he can also absorb a little damage with a token.
Sure. Did you sort that spreadsheet by medium finish?
I got to reopen it.
Wallame's continuing to milk. Oh,
Yep.
what is that? Oh, the bouncer mage.
Thank you.
All of a sudden, never mind then.
Okay.
Charge. Wallame's is serving into the red zone. Did he have an answer for Gut Wrencher? The answer is yes. In fact, he can return a creature every turn. It's only going to take him a couple of attacks to just win this game with the Cero and the Spirit token. Malon's at 10, so he needs 2 more attack phases. And then this game's over. Pretty interesting games. Nice swings back and forth. Of course, Wallame's trying to keep the smile off his face again, but game 1, Malon came up with the answer and won the game out of nowhere with a key blessing of leeches to keep the flyer alive and get that last point.
All right, I'm looking for my median finish sort.
Oh, that's funny. Zekiro tells us that Malon actually sideboarded out the blessing of leeches. Won in the first game, but not good enough.
All right, median finish. Who do you think has the best median finish on the first Hall of Fame ballot? Actually, before you answer that, why don't you tell us what your median finish was during your times on the Pro Tour? Because this was a very impressive number.
Yeah, my median finish is the top 16.
So
I think it's either 15th or 17th.
So half the time you played on the Pro Tour, you were just one match off the top 8 if you weren't in the top
Yeah,
8.
I played for top 8 5 times.
That's phenomenal. How many Pro Tours did you play in?
12.
That's really great, Randy. That's amazing. So just to give you an idea how good that is, the top people on this first Hall of Fame ballot, we've got 30 Pro Tours played by Tommy Hovey, and his median finish is 28, which is
Hovey's actually first? I knew he was in the top couple, but I thought Rodney was first. God, Hovey is best in class in median finish.
Hovey and Justice are tied. You got to give the edge to Hovey because he just played in almost twice as 1.5 times as many Pro Tours. Mark Justice only played in 18 Pro Tours, 9 of which he top 32. Ole Roddy is third with a 31 median finish, so also in 18 Pro Tours. And then fourth is Mike Long.
Yep.
Who's and then the numbers just drop from there. He played in 33 Pro Tours and his top 40. And then it's Alan Comer in 49, Jacob Slemmer at 50.
Sure.
David Humphreys then is 52, and that's, to me, and when you look at the amount,
he's good. But he's like 7th or 8th, right?
48 Pro Tours. He's 6th. It looks like. No, 7th.
Well, Wallame's just down all of his permanents. He went all in. He had Malin had the Pro Color guy, the 1/4 guy. So Wallame's had to move all in. He had to bounce both of them.
You go.
And he's going to be able to bounce a guy again next turn because he's got the Humble Badoka in play. So he can
the Humble Badoka.
He can put 2 lands down next
He
turn.
told me that when he was building his deck. He was like between Badoka Gardener and he's also got the Scout.
He's also got a Scout.
He was looking at Mirror Mage. He said, if I get Gardener or Scout, I can just Mirror Mage constantly, and that's exactly how that game worked out. So Tommy Wallame's evens it at a game apiece, and we are going to move up to Game 5 between Arnos Shiduk and Sugoshi Fujita. So it'll take us a couple minutes to get our cameras there. They're waiting for us, so we'll be there momentarily.
Well, that's big for Fujita. That's just a big comeback.
Giant comeback. All right, well, there you get a look. Arno Shiduk smiling, tapping his legs nervously, folded hands.
It's still a nice smile on his face.
Yeah, he doesn't look
there.
he doesn't look upset or anything, but it's a nervous bounce in his knee. Fujita calm,
Legs crossed.
comfortable. He's been here before. Teardrop coming on turn 2 for Zidek. Is it Zidek?
Zidek. Alvin Lau will be very happy to know I talked to the players about getting the correct pronunciations for their names this time.